Okay guys, welcome comers and newcomers. Today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to install. Well, I am gonna install a mil-spec buffer receiver for my PSA 9mm carbine. That's the info on the part, and pretty much this is the new design, and I'm going to show it to you here. This is the new design. The PSA came with this basic one, and I tried to buy, well, actually I bought an SBA so I could replace the cheaper one that came with the PSA. So I bought the SBA one, but if you notice, the receiver is different shape. So I had to remove the existing one and buy the mil-spec one that would actually fit in here. So, like so. Okay. So now what I'm going to do here is I am going to install this part here. I've never done it before, just to bear with me while I take care of that. Okay, so next we're going to install the pin with the pin spring, and we are going to screw in the new part. So let's go ahead and make that happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and install the buffer detent and spring. Okay, make sure it's bouncy. Next we're going to grab our part here, castle nut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to screw it all the way to the rear, and I've removed, the part came with this detent here, and I'm going to keep the one that came with the AR, just because it has a space for me to clip the I guess a single point sling to it, so I can just, you know, I can hook this up right there. Okay, so make sure that this detent here is facing forward, like so. See that groove there? Make sure that that is in the right way. Okay, I want to put it all the way back, and I'm just going to start screwing this in until I get to that shoulder, and then I'm going to keep on going, maybe until it's almost there. I'm going to push that detent down. Okay, so that's as far as that's going to go. I'm going to tighten up my castle nut. Okay, and FYI, this is how it's looking here. Okay, so I went ahead and I screwed the tube onto the detent until let's see if I can do a zoom of that. Okay, I think you see that here. So I screwed the part until I get there. And then pretty much I'm just going to put it back in the vise and use a castle nut and tighten up this, use a castle wrench and tighten up this castle nut. Okay, castle nut, and just gotta make sure that that is tight. Okay guys, welcome back. So I was having difficulty installing the SBA into the tube because it wouldn't clear this little raised part here, and I was researching and found out that you actually have to pull down on this part. I mean, this is over here to move it once you have it installed to the different positions, but you actually have to grab it here and pull down in order to get it inside. So, you know, learned that today. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to install the to install the Scorpion grip. Just pretty much, you know, I'm just gonna show you the fitment first. You bring it in, but if you notice, it doesn't go all the way up because it's too long. This dovetail here is too long. So I went ahead and I marked how much we have to take off. So I need to get a Dremel and remove all this from the grip so I can slide it up and put all the springs and all that. So let me go ahead and take a second here to remove that with a Dremel. Alright, so as you can tell now the trigger fits perfectly. This is a Scorpion trigger that has the rubberized back part on it. So it kind of looks like, sort of like this. I'm gonna, obviously gotta slip it all the way up, but. So I just went ahead and I grabbed the Dremel, I think it was diamond cutoff wheel, and I cut off the excess here, and yeah, it fits like a glove. So if you buy this type of Scorpion recoil pistol grip and it doesn't fit, you know, you can either return it or just get a quick Dremel, because this is a very comfortable grip. So I'm going to try to go ahead and install it, and yeah, we'll continue the video. Hey guys, so what I'm trying to do here is pretty much magic. It was very difficult to install the Scorpion grip onto the PX9. I'm trying to explain here while I do it, but it's very difficult. You have to insert a couple of springs, like the fire control select detent. You have to line up the safety detent spring, the trigger guard roll pin, and I believe the takedown pin, fire control select detent. So there's like 3 or 4 pins that you have to line up onto the trigger, like I'm showing here. And those 2 springs, they first have those detents. You have to slip into the hole, and then you gotta put the spring to hold them in place. I'm kind of showing here the detent and the spring, but that's like 2 or 3 of those that you have to line up. And yeah, not the easiest of jobs. I had to try several times, several ways, and it took me a while. So I'll put the audio back and kind of let you check this out. See? I should see the pin there. It's, you know, right here. I'm going to insert it from the bottom, and it has a flat bottom so that it doesn't go all the way through. So this is the selector switch pin. and then I'm gonna slip this there. Whoop, but I also need to install this other spring here, the longer one, sort of like that. Oh, you know what, I may have to also slip in the this thingy-majigum, which is the takedown pin. So I'm gonna see if that'll fly out of there as well or not. Oh. Okay, it seems like with these PSAs, everything sort of comes from the bottom, and you have to do several pins at the same time, and then you insert the pins. For example, this is the takedown pin, and this is the selector switch pin, and then they're both followed by springs. Like this spring, for example, goes in there, and this one goes right there. So very carefully I have to did it go in? I think they did. Double check that I'm doing this the right way. Yeah, I guess I am.